Following a marathon season of over 60 matches, filled with sheer guts and hard work, skill and organisation, Neil Warnock took Sheffield United to the semi-finals of both the Worthington Cup, the FA Cup, third place in the league and the brink of promotion in the playoff final. In the aftermath of defeat at the Millennium Stadium, it may be hard to see past the disappointment, but Warnock, his players and their fans have much to be proud of.
I won't ever forget this season, you know. It's going to take some beating, really. I mean, next season's going to be very difficult for me, you know, to actually... I don't know how you outdo this unless you go straight up automatically, so... but we'll give it a good shot.
A dogged league campaign demonstrated the Blades' immense staying power, comebacks that earned United a never-say-die reputation, and the scalps of several Premiership sides, including the double victory over Leeds. We've captured all the highlights from the first goal to the last, and Neil Warnock's own verdict on the triple assault. Finishing 13th in the league last season, Neil Warnock's summer clear-out of players did little to assure Blades fans of greater things to come. Paul Devlin was the first to leave in a £200,000 deal with Birmingham. 8 more players were released on free transfers, including Patrick Sufo, George Santos and Bobby Ford. Meanwhile, Neil Warnock's summer signings again raised a few eyebrows. Stuart McCall, at the grand age of 38 and a long-time target for Warnock, arrived from Bradford City. Other summer signings included another time-served defender in the shape of Steve Yates from Tranmere, who arrived on a free transfer. In addition, the United front line was bolstered by the arrivals of Ifeanyi from Gillingham and statuesque Wayne Allison, who were both snapped up by Neil Warnock on free transfer deals. Cover for long-serving keeper Simon Tracy came with the signing of Paddy Kenny from Warnock's old club Bury, also on a free transfer. And so with a team of veteran old-timers and a clutch of young hopefuls rising through the ranks, a fairly low-key pre-season reached its conclusion, and we arrived once more at the start of a new campaign. Gary McAllister enjoyed a winning start to his managerial career when the Blades went to Coventry. And Mura, Yates and Kenny all made their Blades debuts, and it was Carl Asaba who gave United the perfect start with a real sizzler. But the Sky Blues soon found a reply. Bothroyd's header judged to have crossed the line despite United's protests, 1-1. Then a great piece of individual skill from Gary McSheffrey gave the home side the lead and eventually all 3 points. Portsmouth's multi-million-pound squad, one of the pre-season favourites for promotion, fell behind early after a mix-up in defence allowed Peter Unlove to show coolness under pressure and fire home. Dion Burton levelled soon after for Pompey, but the statistics showed that United had been more of a threat going forward. Still looking for that first win, there were murmurs from the crowd after a below-par performance against Walsall, which left the Blades still searching for the first win of the season. Steve Corica fired the Saddlers in front, but John Paul McGovern soon lashed in United's equaliser, his first for the club. At Turf Moor, Sheffield United chalked up their first victory of the season against Stan Ternant's Burnley. A particularly sweet win for Warnock, Ifeanyi with United's goal. 3 days later, and the Blades claimed their second victory in as many games in a 4-goal thriller at Bramall Lane.
Looks as if it'll be Michael Tonge to hit this free kick. Caught it well, and a good save by Tony Warner. Asaba, the Mura left it, Asaba's shot, and just a foot over from Asaba. Michael Tonge, good skill from Tonge. Decent ball in, and Mura might get there. Poor Leifel, will he break the deadlock for Millwall? He hit it straight at Kenny. Ben May's effort, and Kenny once again doing well there. Still the deadlock to be broken. but Michael Tonge could do it for Sheffield United. Good skill by Tonge, and Asaba makes it 1-0. McCall retaining possession again for the Blades, and Tonge, Sheffield United's man of the moment, has the ball once more. Still Michael Tonge, still Michael Tonge. What about that? Paul Eichel's been dangerous for Millwall all evening, and now he's scored. 2-1. Michael Tonge, who else has the ball? He'll square it towards Asaba. This is Unlove. Now it's safe. Now it's 3-1. Peter Unlove seals the points for Sheffield United.
Against Sheffield Wednesday, United's dominance went unrewarded as Pressman again saved his best for the derby.
Anura's up there with him, and others are arriving on the scene too. Oh, and Anura might still get there. McGovern! What a save from Kevin Pressman. Asaba to his left, and he's found him. This could be it for Sheffield United. No! Kevin Pressman stands firm again. Kuchi. Oh, it's a loop header off the bar, and Owusu! He's done it! Kuchi! That should have clinched it.
Terrific free kick from Michael Brown saw the Blades make a great start at Norwich. Ifeanyiura's flick on found Michael Tonge to make it 2. Before Tonge again dazzled the Norwich defence, and Darren Kenton brought him down. Spot kick. Carl Asaba converted 3-0. Before Norwich got themselves a lifeline. David Nielsen hooking the ball in to make it 3-1. A powerful header from Malcolm Mackay made it 3-2, but it was too little, too late.
I did think going to Norwich, they're undefeated, hadn't lost any points whatsoever, and I thought going there and really deserving to win. I think we won 3, but it could have been more. The way we played, it gave the youngsters so much confidence. They were really buzzing, and you know, that was a special day.
United's Worthington Cup adventure began against York City. After a slow start, John Paul McGovern earned United the win. Next, a big local derby with Ronnie Moore's Rotherham United. Carl Asaba went close, and after good work by veteran Stuart McCall, Sean Murphy went even closer. Paul Pescasolido, who'd early replaced the injured Ifeanyiura, showed quick feet, mesmerised the Millers' defence before seeing his shot saved by Mike Pollitt. On 74 minutes, the deadlock was finally broken. Substitute Peter Unlove on the field for only 3 minutes, coolly slotting home to give United the points and make them top dogs in South Yorkshire. Against Grimsby Town, United left it late to continue their winning run.
Robinson makes his way into the box as the cross is delivered. Paul Robinson! Good move from the visitors. He knew exactly what he wanted to do, Paul Robinson, and he gives Grimsby the lead. Picked on by Allison. Allison looking for the return ball, but didn't get it. McCall in towards Wayne Allison! Good save from the goalkeeper. Brown, and now Tom. Oliver needs a good cross. And Grimsby concede a corner kick. Tonge's delivery, aimed towards Wayne Allison, and he has scored! The substitute brings Sheffield United level, a masterstroke by Neil Warnock to bring him on. And his clearance. Just beyond Wayne Allison, bouncing ball here, and this is Tonge! Terrific goal, and that will seal the points for the Blades.
Away at Gillingham, the Blades secured a well-deserved point, and it was again courtesy of the Chief, but after Paul Shaw had given the home side the lead. But the Blades fought back. Brown's free kick was knocked down by Sean Murphy, with Wayne Allison the quickest to react after a goalmouth scramble to clinch a point in Kent. Against Watford, the Blades suffered their first home defeat of the season, but it was Wayne Allison's outstretched leg that had put the Blades in front. But a controversial refereeing decision allowed Watford back in. Phil Jagielka, judged to have brought down Heider Helgason in the box, he was sent off, and Hornets skipper Neil Cox duly converted from the penalty spot. Minutes later, Watford snatched victory, Helgason turning in Paul Robinson's cross. But despite that defeat to Watford, the Blades had made a pretty solid start to the season, and even with 11 games gone, they were beginning to show off some of their promotion credentials. During the early stage of the Cup competition, manager Neil Warnock admits that he had a feeling that it could be the year of a First Division club, hopefully his.
I did think we could do well, if I'm honest. I said to the lads on a miserable, wet, windy night against York City here that this is where you get through on cups and you get your big round, you know, this one and the next one, and you're in with the big lads. And we ground out a result against York. John Paul McGovern, who was on loan, scored the winner, and then we went on to Wickham, and Wickham was a very professional performance. I worried about that before, but as soon as we kicked off, we were totally in command for 90 minutes. It was a really good performance, and then we got our rewards. You know, everybody knows what happened in the cup.
The next round of the Worthington Cup brought the Blades together with Wickham, and it was on loan striker Michael Boulding who opened his Blades account with a well-taken shot. United soon doubled their lead, Boulding again involved, this time turning provider for Michael Brown to steer home. Wickham's misery continued when Peter Unlove raced forward, but handling by the goalkeeper Taylor outside of the box saw him sent off, and it meant the visitors needed a change of goalkeeper. The game was soon put beyond doubt as Nick Montgomery rattled home United's third. And after good work from Zimbabwean international Peter Unlove, along with some shabby defending, Michael Brown managed to find a gap and smash home United's fourth of the evening. Wickham, though, did manage to give their fans something to cheer about, Paul McCarthy heading in a late consolation. Next, the two teams who would eventually contest the First Division playoff final met at Molineux, Rob Olathorn firing into his own net to give Wolves the lead. United's equaliser came just before half-time, Jagielka's cross not dealt with, and Michael Tonge was allowed to smash in United's equaliser. Rob Olathorn redeemed himself for his earlier own goal, crossing for Wayne Allison to head the Blades in front. The Blades continued to dominate, and a touch of magic from Michael Tonge sealed the win, and it was his second goal of the afternoon. At the Withdean Stadium, the Blades were stunned by two early Brighton goals. Gary Hart headed in the first. This was Steve Coppell's first game in charge, and he will have been delighted to see Graham Barrett extend the Seagulls' lead. Cue a stunning comeback from United, which lasted just 17 minutes. Michael Brown brought it back to 2-1. The Blades' equaliser came after a great run from Michael Tonge, Carl Asaba the beneficiary. Asaba then claimed the first of two penalties. No problems with tucking away the first, and no problems with the second either. Asaba's hat-trick and a great win on the South Coast. United's performances seem to be improving with every game, and against Stoke they again looked impressive on their way to 3 more welcome points. Wayne Allison's flick on found Peter Unlove, who found the post. Peter Handyside found his own net. United's second of the night came via the penalty spot. Michael Tonge was brought down, and Michael Brown was faced with the responsibility of slotting home the penalty. No problem. The Potters gave themselves a glimmer of hope late on through Chris Greenacre's goal, but United hung on to take the win. For the past 2 seasons, Wimbledon have escaped from Bramall Lane with a 1-0 victory, and it looked as though history would repeat itself as David Connolly's goal for the Dons looked like being the only goal of the match. However, with just 7 seconds of injury time remaining, substitute Carl Asaba smashed home a close-range equaliser to secure a last-gasp point for the Blades. United allowed an opportunity to climb into second place, slip away at Pride Park and brought to an end their 5-match unbeaten run. But it was Sean Murphy who gave them a perfect start, only for his goal to be cancelled out when former Blade Lee Morris played in Ezel McLeod for the Rams leveller. Then, after a goal-mouth scramble, it was Dion Birdson who crushed United's hearts. After a 3-0 defeat to Nottingham Forest in the league, then came the much-anticipated third-round Worthington Cup tie against Yorkshire rivals Leeds United.
The first game against Leeds was the one game that I think we were a little bit overawed for 45 minutes. We seemed to be looking out for autographs and who we were playing against. And I think that helped us later on in the cup runs, because I think we grew up that second half against Leeds. After I got hold of them at half-time, and you know, we said one or two things at half-time, and second half we played like we can, and we didn't worry about reputations and things like that, and got into them, and really you couldn't, you know, poor old Yatesy scored his own goal, took it well as well he did, and you know, we managed to get him out the cart, and you know, what an equaliser. I mean, you'll do something to better that goal this season, a rocket from Phil Jagielka, and then Nuddy turns up with the winner at the death. It was, you couldn't have written a script.
Here comes Wilcox for Leeds, and he's in here. Wilcox, danger to the Sheffield United goal, and indeed it is put into his own goal by Steve Yates. And now it's Leeds who will pull everybody back behind the ball. Jagielka takes it. Knocked down by Woodgate, only out as far as McCall, who's going to have a go at goal here. Well, it's a long time since Stuart McCall registered in this competition. Viduka, he'll use his strength here. He might shoot as well. He does. A thrilling effort, and the save of the night so far from Paddy Kenny. Rasping try from the Australian. Any drama to be had in the last seconds of the opening half. It's Asaba here. Still Asaba. Whips it in, and no own goal at this end of the field for the time being. Woodgate got it all right. And look at the urgency on the face of the England defender. Here goes Asaba though, will muscle his way in here. It's Woodgate who gets foot on ball. Bowyer doesn't get rid of it, however. And there's a free kick here. Enterprising play from Michael Tonge. And the 19-year-old has won his side a free kick in a brilliant position. And the referee wants to get involved as well. He wants to know what they're going to do with it. No doubt Robinson does too. It looks like being Tonge, as the other two probably separate. That's exactly what happens. Well, how on earth did that miss? I doubt Robinson saw a thing. I certainly don't think he moved very much. It's through. Robinson didn't move. Backer had stationed himself there, and it's flashed by. Hence the probing. Hence here comes Kewell. Will let fly surely. Nice try, Harry Kewell. Jagielka did well, and now it's Tonge, and he'll really run at them here. He's slipping Wayne Allison in. Wayne Allison, can he finish? No. Robinson stands up and makes himself tall. A hard target to beat. Poor Robinson. There's a break on here for Pesky Solido within seconds of his arrival on the field. Allison's pullback is to Tonge. And here's a chance, and Brown drives it directly at the fingers of Robinson. He'll try and measure a ball through to Viduka here. It's Viduka against Jagielka, who's done some terrific work in defence tonight. And he doesn't want to be fooled now by Viduka's footwork, but Viduka's still in. Still Viduka, crunching shot. Fine save, Paddy Kenny. The keeper's had little to do in this half, but he's a terrific shot stopper, and Viduka nods his appreciation. Strength there from Mark Viduka, power in the shooting, and a terrific stop. There's another exciting break from Tonge. Needs a good cross in here. But Leeds should be able to cover their tracks with Hart's clearing header. Doesn't get very far. This does. Oh! Oh my goodness me! What a goal from Phil Jagielka! Stunning shot, absolutely stunning. And they are going wild at Bramall Lane. Well, I reckon it's the best I've seen this season. This is a hot shot. 35 yards. It flew past Paul Robinson's right hand. It takes something to beat Robinson, so this was hot enough. fabulous strike, his first goal of the season, and Neil Warnock still jumping up and down. What a piece and what a goal from Phil Jagielka. They stand and applaud all around the stadium. Undlove, there's a break through the middle from Pesky Solido. The crowd roars him on. Into the area he goes, he stands up well. Can Sheffield United win it dramatically here? Chance Undlove! Alisson's in here, he can't score, but Undlove can, and Sheffield United may have snatched the most dramatic of victories here against the old enemy from up the M1. It's all red and white at Bramall Lane now, and Peter Undlove, the substitute, has smashed the ball into the Leeds net, and Terry Venable's misery continues. But the red half of Sheffield is on its feet. The ball in from Pesky Solido. Undlove couldn't get through. Alisson couldn't. Undlove could the next time. He just slotted it down the alleyway. And it's Sheffield United 2, Leeds United 1, and both goals have come in time added on. It's just like Manchester United against Bayern Munich in Barcelona. Unbelievable. What a turnaround in 2 minutes. But they've been beaten here at Bramall Lane in the most dramatic of circumstances. Delight for Neil Warnock and his battling blades. Peter Undlove with the winner. The goal of the night came from Phil Jagielka though, and so that own goal from Steve Yates doesn't matter one jot in the final analysis. And Sheffield United have beaten Leeds United 2-1 to go through to the next round of the Worthington Cup. Have you ever seen a better strike than the one from Phil Jagielka?
Well, it's been coming. He must have missed 15 sitters from me from about 3 or 4 yards so far this season. And every time he holds his hand and I look at him. So tonight, I think it's about time he repaid me.
Did you get the feeling as soon as you hit it that it was on its way?
Yeah, the ball come out, I sort of chested it up and it just sat up perfectly, so I just thought, why not? So I hit it and I was quite happy with the strike.
The best you've ever hit?
By far, yeah, to be honest, yeah. Maybe a couple in training now, that was definitely the best.
Did you sense that you could go on and win it after that?
Yes, I did. I did at half-time. I thought if we could just last the 5 or 10 minutes, I thought the 2 substitutions would make a difference, and I thought Pesky always gives a lift to the crowd, and I thought if we were the right timing, and even if we'd have lost 1-0, I'd have been quite proud of him tonight.
United recorded their first goalless draw for 32 games against an improving Ipswich side. Paul Pesky-Solido testing the keeper early on. Then Darren Bent was denied by Paddy Kenny. Then a good cross from John Harley was met by Ten Heuvel, who couldn't find the target. Herman Hreiderson had a good chance for the visitors late on, but Paddy Kenny earned United the point. Steve Cabber and Dean Windass made their debuts at Bradford as the Blades ran riot.
Windass. Cabber. 1-0, Windass, Cabber. And it's Sheffield now breaking. Cabber taking on 3 Bradford defenders, gets away from, finds Windass with a great ball, super ball from Cabber. Windass now onto his left foot, it's there. Windass opens his account for the visitors. Harley to Tonge. Good ball to Harley inside the area. Ulenbeek comes across, puts a challenge in. Tonge. A red card for Ulenbeek. Swings it in. Sean Murphy makes it 3-0. Tonge involved in the sending off inside the area. And the penalty Udo. Brown scorer of 3 goals so far, 2 on his travels, looking to make. There it is, 4-0. To Alisson. McGovern on the far side. Swings the ball in. The keeper comes. Asaba. So simple. The youngster came for it.
Alice in Wonderland said the headlines after this next game, where the Blades striker Wayne Allison climbed off the subs bench to claim a late winner. The Blades went ahead after good work from Phil Jagielka and Steve Cabba down the right-hand side, eventually set up Dean Windass to steer United in front. Steve Cabba was causing his former club all sorts of problems. Palace just couldn't cope with his pace, and this electrifying burst of speed almost allowed him in. Peter Unlove, though, failed to capitalise on the spillage. Dean Windass almost grabbed a second moments later, but the visitors' endeavour paid off when Aki Riolati smashed in their leveller. And after Dele Adebola had hit the crossbar, Wayne Allison managed to tone home Carl Asaba's cross to bag another 3 points for the Blades. December got off to a great start with another great night of cup football at the Lane when Sheffield United took on Sunderland in the 4th round of the Worthington Cup.
Asaba, Allison, Murphy across the line. Oof! It was a good run across the goalkeeper by Sean Murphy. Unlove loves running down the flanks. First time ball in, dangerous, and well, it's obviously not a back pass. Varga was at full stretch, the ball deflected off him and went straight through to goalkeeper Macho. Brown went down in a heap with no one near him, and Sheffield United's chance here could come to Asaba. Good header and a decent stop from Jürgen Macho. Oh, Brown, oof, it was an ambitious ball, but it's got through to Jagielka. Still there, he's done well here, it's Tonge, still Tonge, and Macho got his angles absolutely spot on the goalkeeper. Jagielka, on the outside he goes, it's dangerous, is this? Oh, hooked off the line and stabbed in, it's got into the net. I think it may be Murphy who got the touch, but it's a goal for Sheffield United. The scrappiest goal of all, I imagine, and he was right on the line. He scores his 2nd goal in 3 games. Let's have a look at this. It was a horrible looping ball for the goalkeeper Macho to contend with, because it took a deflection off the bar by Varga, in by Sean Murphy. Good cross here from Jagielka though. What a scrappy goal. Varga up against the upright and Murphy trickled it in off his toe end. Brown slipped to Unlove. Sheffield United on song at the moment. They're a goal to the good. Unlove's ball in. It must be 2. It is 2. It's Wayne Allison back stick. Sheffield United right on song, and they have turned this tie around in the space of 2 minutes and could be on their way into the last 8. It's the Chief, and he's the man at the back stick to convert the cross from Unlove. Sheffield United 2, Sunderland 0. And Sunderland are in dire straits here. Unlove's ball perfect. The goalkeeper in no man's land. Wayne Allison, the match winner against Crystal Palace on Saturday, has another one for Sheffield United, who may be marching on into the next round.
After a hard-earned point at Leicester, United's next game ended Reading's fine run of form and allowed the Blaze to overtake them into the top 6. John Harley finishing off a terrific move for United's opener. United then extended their lead. Peter Unlove again involved, supplying the cross for Dean Windass to head the Blades to victory. In the next round of the League Cup, a divine Canadian intervention propelled the Blades into the semi-finals for the first time ever.
It's a break on here, if he can find Unlove on his right. Michael Brown, he has found Unlove. United desperately trying to get men forward. It's a cross from Unlove. Allison's header wide. The first really exciting moment of the game, and it involved the Chief, as Wayne Allison is known. Decent ball as well. Black, and they'll leave McCall in his wake. It's a great ball in. It's Johnson coming tearing in. He was thwarted by Robert Page, the Welsh international, showing all his experience there in keeping Johnson away from a header. Tonge's delivery must be good. Murphy! Fabulous save by Kalinko. He's been among the goals recently, the big Australian centre-back. Sean Murphy, a scorer at Bradford, a scorer against Sunderland, and but for Kalinko would have been a scorer against Crystal Palace. Top draw save. And it's a problem for the keeper. There's a chance here, and Carl Asaba has tucked the ball into the Palace net. The set-piece worked a treat. Carl Asaba loves scoring goals against Crystal Palace. When he was about to leave Gillingham, he got a hat-trick against them. And here he is now at the end of this move. A critical knockback there. And even more critical, Asaba's finish. It was a brilliantly worked routine involving Jagielka as well as Tonge. And there's the ball across. It's headed down and into the net from Carl Asaba. It's Sheffield United 1, Crystal Palace 0. Bowler, Johnson will take it through. It's Andy Johnson. Can Palace get their equaliser? Foiled by Paddy Kenny. He has the reputation of being one of the best shot stoppers in the business, Paddy Kenny. With Michael Brown's corner, short for McCall. He runs over it. It's Tonge. It's Michael Tonge. It's still Michael Tonge, and it's gone over the top. Super play from Tonge. This emerging youngster really tricked his way through there. Got Mullins in, there might be a chance for Gray here. Gray, Kenny, what a stop. Kenny extended his 6 feet then as far as he could and got his fingers to the shot, and the effort from Julian Gray looked as though it may snake in just by the upright, but Paddy Kenny's made another terrific stop. And Black can get a good ball in here. Tilling ball, it's gone in. I think that's gone over the line, it has. And Crystal Palace have the most unlikely of equalisers. Sheffield United will feel affronted, but they'll keep on plugging away here. It's Tonge, and then it's ungloved, and it's Pesky Solido! What a substitution! The little man does it for Sheffield United, and maybe, just maybe, they're on their way to Cardiff. Palace have been level for no more than 2 minutes. In that 2 minutes, Paul Pesky Solido came on to replace Carl Asaba, and a flick of that thatch of hair sends Sheffield United back into the lead. Michael Tonge had done so well. Hundler fired it in, and Pesky Solido put the ball into the net. What a popular goal from a man who's played very little football this season. It's his first goal of the whole season. And this morning he was doubtful because he had swelling in his big toe. He's had a real problem, as Paul Pesky Solido, with a ruptured ligament in his big toe all season. Didn't feel good this morning, but got to the ground tonight and said he was okay. He's definitely okay now. He might get another one. He has got another one. They're on their way now. It's taken him all season to score a goal, and suddenly he's got two in a couple of minutes that send the fans wild with delight and send Sheffield United into the Worthington Cup semi-final for the first time in their entire history. What a substitution!
There was plenty of incident in this next game against Preston North End. Former Wednesday striker Richard Creswell going close to giving the visitors the lead. United themselves continued to press and almost opened the scoring. Harley's cross nearly turned in by Steve Cabba. And after a goalmouth scramble, Steve Cabba found himself foiled again, and then appeals for a handball are waved away. Peter Unlove then thought he'd scored but hadn't. But the Blaze persistence eventually paid off as Michael Tonge picked up the ball on the right, and his eventual cross was turned into his own net by Preston defender Graham Alexander. Boxing Day took the Blaze to the Bescott Stadium on an awful pitch which made things difficult. John Harley received his marching orders early on for a late tackle on Gareth Ainsworth. Down to 10 men, but still battling on. But it looked like the game could finish in a goalless draw. That was until Michael Brown unleashed one of his specials to give Neil Warnock the win and the perfect Christmas present. That win at Walsall put United in a great position within touching distance of the top two and with daylight forming between themselves and the teams beneath them. It was looking healthy heading into the new year. The final game of 2002 saw Sheffield United take on Coventry City. The game under goalless, but not for want of trying on United's part, Michael Tonge going close. Peter Unlove also tried his luck, and the stats showed that United had 7 efforts on target to Coventry's 2. United's progress in the FA Cup was in little doubt after Sean Murphy slid home a 5th-minute opener against Cheltenham. United's second wasn't long in coming. Just before half-time, after good work from Steve Cabba, played in John Paul McGovern to fire home United's second. United were again at it in the second half, hungry for more goals. Steve Cabba again heavily involved. A neat 1-2 with Paul Pesca-Salido. United now cruising. But Cabba wanted more. A corner not dealt with, a scramble inside the penalty area, and Steve Cabba would eventually get his second goal, latching onto Robert Page's header, 4-0. In the first leg of the Worthington Cup semi-final, over 30,000 supporters inside Bramall Lane were set to roar United to a famous victory over a Liverpool side that included 8 full internationals and 4 more on the subs bench.
Brown. Allison's little touch for Carl Asaba. Smita threaded it through to El Hasju, no flag, and Miller has poked it wide. Murphy delivers, Hoopier, and Miller is in there, and Liverpool are in front. And nearly fell for Unlove. And it did fall for McCall, and it was some strike. Sheffield United are hanging in there, and Wayne Allison! Oh, he's put it onto the roof of the net, rather than in the back of the net. McCall, and Michael Tonge! Yes! Sheffield United finally do themselves justice. They finally rise to the occasion, and a semi-final against Liverpool is some occasion. Michael Tonge has had his say against one of the clubs that have admired him this season.
Well, we all know about this lad's ability. He's got real ability when it comes in front of goal. He's not shown us hardly anything tonight, but when he gets this chance, it comes through from McCall. He's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. The defender's coming across. It's Stephen Honcho trying to make the challenge as he comes across. There's the ball underneath the goalkeeper. In it goes. Look at him. He's had a little look to see where the keeper is. Then he hits the strike through the legs of Kirkland, and it's 1 each.
And here goes Sheffield United again. Peter Unlove, can he force it across? I all made sure he couldn't, but it is a corner.
Great challenge from Traore. He had to get there as well.
The tension arises in South Yorkshire. Wayne Quinn's corner, and it's come to Michael Tonge again. Oh yes, he's done it again, and Sheffield United have turned it around. Amazing, astounding, awesome. It's a blitz from the Blades.
Well, this is incredible. It really is incredible. How on earth have they got themselves in front of this competition? The night. Look at this, the ball comes in there, there's a hand went in there somewhere, I'm not sure it came off, and then the control and the finish, there's nobody on that far post when it Look at him, how delighted is he? 2-1 in front.
Time is virtually up. It is up, and it is a famous victory for Sheffield United. Liverpool given a tongue lashing.
Next came a hastily rearranged game against Portsmouth, which Harry Redknapp labelled a crunch meeting, and a game in which Neil Warnock felt that his team put in a particularly special performance.
I also thought one or two people were doubting us around the Christmas time, and we go to Portsmouth, a big game, televised, and we go a goal up and playing well, and then they come back to one each, and everybody thought they would go on and beat us, and we rolled our sleeves up and come back with a win. It was a marvellous time. I think the lads then realised we've got a chance.
Robert Page, the Blades captain, will think about playing a long one here. Plenty of early possession here for Sheffield United. Oh, this is Unlove. Oh, that was a real chance for Peter Unlove. Page again, another high ball inside the box. Hislop's missed it. Primus hacks clear. Michael Tonge enjoying the ball at his feet in the opening stages. Neat touch by Brown. Tonge again. Unlove, that's the opener. Sheffield United get the goal of their football in the opening 24 minutes of this game as deserved. Peter Unlove with the strike. Tonge's skill, Tonge's flick, and Unlove drove it into the corner. I just wonder if it might have taken a deflection off Hayden Fox. It seemed as though it might have done. Nick Montgomery has won possession back for the Blades so much in this first half. He's done it again there, and Unlove releases Michael Brown. Oh, Brown's in, away from Primus, and it's off the bar. What a chance to make it 2-0. Brown seemed to be denied there by the legs of Shaka Hislop. Wayne Allison waiting for this corner. Goes to the back post. It's Sean Murphy's header that was palmed out by Hislop. Pericard for Portsmouth. He's found some space here and he's away from Murphy. Oh, it's off the woodwork. Gary O'Neill going down. The challenge was by Sean Murphy. It's a free kick. Murphy not happy at all, but this could be an opportunity for the home side. It's Merson with it. Oh! They hit the crossbar again. Nigel Quasi is flat out here after being challenged there. Gary O'Neill, who keeps the ball going. It's certainly play on. Todorov back to O'Neill, and it's 1-1. The youngster levels the scores at Fratton Park. Only 3 minutes remaining. Unlove onto the ball. That mistake by Fox, and Michael Brown is there. Sheffield United lead at the leaders again by 2-1. Michael Brown has had such a wonderful game at Fratton Park this evening. He's kept running and running, and what a good finish it was. Hayden Fox seemed to be caught a little flat-footed, but didn't Brown pick his spot well? It's 2-1 to the Blades.
Another great night of football followed when United enacted revenge for the early season defeat at Hillsborough and confirmed red and white dominance in the city of Sheffield.
The people of Sheffield are about to get very loud and very proud. This is personal.
Fantastic reception for the two teams.
Shefki Kuchi, and it was a stinger. Here's Windass meantime bearing down on Sheffield Wednesday's goal. It's cannoned off the post, Unlove's header, and it's tipped over by Kevin Pressman, who through Sheffield Wednesday's miserable season has been outstanding.
Magnificent save, watch Windass, Maddox goes out for the pies, and then he hits the shot. What a save, fingertips. Unlove thinks this is top corner. He's adjusted himself, the goalkeeper, and made a great save.
Jagielka's header, and Dean Windass with a sizzling strike.
Oh, it's worth a try.
And Geary stopped it from going to Unlove.
What a ball.
That's with a cracking cross, and Caba's header, and Kevin Pressman bails out Sheffield Wednesday, as he has done quite a few times.
What a wonderful ball from Dean Windass. Caba has to score. Just head this back across the goal. He does head it back across the goal, but that one man there, that one-man defence. Kevin Pressman once again.
Well, Alan Quinn charges through by himself, and he has put Sheffield Wednesday in front. Here's Michael Brown going it alone, rather like Alan Quinn did, but guess who was in the way? Him again.
Well, you have to make tackles to help your goalkeeper out, because he can't be there all the time. And how many tackles does he skip, Michael Brown? There's the first one, there's the second. Westwood's an apology for the challenge. Monk decides to come on the scene. Monk doesn't quite get there. The ball gets through, but it doesn't get past Pressman.
Windass. Oh, and Caba. Oh, yes! It has sneaked in from Steve Caba. That is the response from Sheffield United. They are level.
Well, how has he got this in? Stuart McCall deserves all the credit. Stuart McCall is not entitled to win the first ball. Just watch McCall. Here's the ball comes in. It's easy there. It should be dealt with. It's no problem. There's the run from Stuart McCall. Look at that. That's a chance that you can't get. And watch the way Caba screws his right leg around the ball. There it is. He gets maybe the slightest of deflections off Geary, but that's exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to hook it round Pressman, and he does it beautifully.
It's 1-1. It's a cracker. What's going to happen next? Who knows? Will it fall favourably here for Brown? Oh! Michael Brown with a stunner! That is astounding! Sheffield United 2, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Pick that one out.
Well, they do not come much better than this. When you watch the ball with the concentration, as Michael Brown does on this, then you accept all the rewards, because they'll all come your way. Watch this, there's no danger, it's bouncing around, Monk gets it away. All he can do, Monk, is head it towards Michael Brown. Look at the technique, look at the strike, it's absolutely beautiful. Look at the celebration.
Caba scored Sheffield United's first. Going to get their third. Still going. Oh, it's come all the way across, and Allison has put it in. 3-1. United, they stand. United, they stand out in Sheffield.
Well, if you don't tackle, you'll get punished. And if you don't tackle this lad Caba, he will punish you for it. Steve Caba just waltzed through the Sheffield Wednesday defence. And when we saw DP80 in the first half, when Kookie went down the left-hand side, DP80 didn't go in the box. Just watch big Wayne Allison. There he is. He twirls past Danny Maddox. Again, he goes through Danny Maddox. Geary's got an opportunity to tackle him. He doesn't do anything really, and just standing his ground in the middle of the goals. He's only 3 yards out, but once it passes Pressman, big Wayne Allison's there. Thank you very much. 3-1.
Because it was Sheffield Wednesday, and because we'd been losing, and because our fans in a full house, or almost a full house, were thinking, here we go again, having got beaten at Hillsborough 2-0. After battering them, that was the most one-sided derby I'd ever seen, and we lost. I think everybody started thinking, here we go again. You know, 1-0, Quinney's goal, first minute, second half. Oh dear, the pessimist, or whatever you call them, were there. And to answer them in that vein, by playing great football, and the second, even I jumped around like a little school kid when Brownie scored that goal, and will do for years to come.
Well, you are a fan, aren't you?
I am, yeah. It's there's a time and a place. Sometimes I realise I'm a manager and calm down, and then other times I just have to let it go, because it is a great feeling when you've when you see a goal like that going.
United's brave Worthington Cup adventure was ended at Anfield as the cliff-hanging semi-final went into extra time. Michael Owen's shot was parried by Kenny. Heskey found Diouf to crack in Liverpool's opener. United themselves went close, Phil Jagielka just heading wide. But Liverpool's pace was always a threat, Risa almost teeing up Heskey. Michael Brown tried his luck from distance. Then the game's controversial moment. Chris Kirkland lucky to stay on the field after handling the ball outside of the box. Tommy Mooney's free kick was hit well enough, but the Liverpool wall did its job. Then Gerrard's pass found Michael Owen. An international clash from the striker secured Liverpool's place in Cardiff. Paul Pescasolido was the hero as United and Ipswich provided great value for money in the fourth round of the FA Cup.
What can McCall do here? Finds Michael Brown, who shoots and it scuffs into the corner. That'll do. He didn't catch it particularly well, but Michael Brown doesn't mind. It's there for 1-0. It's Wayne Quinn with the corner. Mooney's under it. Oh, so close. Now it's in. Phil Jagielka struck it really well on his left boot, and he looks pretty happy with that, doesn't he? Mooney was so close, it came back off the woodwork. Clinical finish. Wayne Quinn, who stands over this free kick for Sheffield United, headed away only as far as Michael Brown! Stunner from Michael Brown. Surely one of the best goals that'll be seen at Bramall Lane this season. It's his birthday. What a way to celebrate your birthday. His second goal of the game. Look at the technique there. Bobbling around inside that Blades penalty area. Very, very scrappy. Thomas Gardso will get one back for Ipswich, 3-1. And again, this is very untidy defending from United, and that's going to be a penalty, yes. Phil Jagielka. Tommy Miller, 3-2. We have a game on our hands suddenly. Darren Bent's away. Surely it can't be 3-3. Still going Bent, it is. 3 goals in 4 minutes, I don't believe it. McCall, can he get something going here? Stuart McCall thinks one. It's Quinn's long throw, looking for Allison. Chance for Pescasolido, he's done it! Oh, Pescasolido makes it 4-3. What an extraordinary game at Bramall Lane. 3-0 up, back to 3-3. This finish makes it 4-3.
Chance to close in on the league leaders was lost at Millwall, and then a 2-0 lead against Ipswich was given away the following week at Portland Road. An early flashpoint too, Kanyago sent off after fouling Michael Brown. Then a great solo run from Peter Onlof set United on their way, the keeper with no chance. Ipswich were then caught in possession, and Dean Windass was released by Michael Tonge to fire United into a 2-0 lead. But then the Ipswich revival started, Darren Bent hooking this one in for 2-1. Then Marcus Bent was involved for Darren Ambrose for 2-2. Then Darren Bent in the dying seconds secured the win for the Tractor Boys. The Blades Cup exploits continued as Walsall were denied a precious last 8th place in the FA Cup.
Brown. Good turn by Steve Cabber away from Danny Hay. Oh, fine save by Jimmy Walker. Michael Brown about to take it, and he does. And he wasn't far away from giving Sheffield United the lead. Good little header down there from Tommy Mooney, who continues his run towards the Walsall penalty area. Tonge with a little nudge inside to Brown. This is Mooney again. Lots of space for Unlove on the far side, but they've elected to come over this way with Michael Tonge, who's now taking on Baisley. Here's Brown, could open up here, good save by Walker! Tommy Mooney is there, and Sheffield United lead. It's Tommy Mooney's first goal in red and white stripes. A lucky bounce there, fell to Brown, Walker got down, couldn't get hold of it, and Arinaldi was beaten at the far post by Tommy Mooney, on loan from Birmingham City. This is Michael Brown taking on Baisley and Simpson, and doing well. Yes! Peter Unlove at the far post, and it will be hard for Walsall to come back now. Peter Unlove, who scored a late winner against Leeds United earlier in the season, has scored what could be a decisive goal here this afternoon, the second of the day, and the second to end up in Jimmy Walker's net. And it got away there from Arinaldi, who did not challenge Peter Unlove.
A spectacular goal from Michael Brown gave the Blades an early lead in this playoff contenders clash against Reading. Even Stuart McCall tried to get in on the act. And as United tried to extend their lead, Nicky Forster had other ideas. Still stunned by that, Reading added a second. A.D. Williams smashing in Kenny's palm save. The victory was complete with Nicky Forster's second of the night. United's miserable run continued against Norwich City in a game that saw both Peter Unlove and Wayne Quinn sent off. Wayne Allison went close to putting United ahead, but Paul McVeigh ended up scoring the only goal of the game. The Blades took yet more Yorkshire Derby glory and ended the blip in recent league form in a tough game at Millmoor.
Darren Byfield. Rotherham making their presence felt in the opening stages.
Brilliant turn. Just got to be careful. He's very good with that ball at his feet, and in these conditions, you've got to be sharp.
Here goes Steve Cabba. Tremendous burst of pace from Cabba. And in the end, the angle became rather acute.
Well, he actually overruns this ball because he's over the top of the ball. He's just got to cut in. Watch the pace of this. You look at him go on this surface. He's going, he's off, and now he just needs to cut in somewhere on the long line. He's still going in that straight line. That cuts his angle down, and it's the post. Great little run in the conditions, and that is an opener already for those two centre-backs to make sure they can chase him.
Here goes Montgomery. And he's managed to thread that in. Oh, and a penalty is given. This is a massive moment. Swales booked. Here comes Michael Brown. And here comes 1-0 to Sheffield United, who are trying to keep their place in that busy playoff pack.
Oh, it's just cool, isn't it? It's so simple when it happens. When the goalkeeper goes the wrong way, it just looks like this is easy. Side of the foot to the goalkeeper's left. If the goalkeeper goes that way, he's got a chance, but he's already made his mind up, Pollitt. And it's the first goal to Sheffield United.
Oh, it's come through to Dean Windass. What a chance! And what a save from Pollitt.
He takes it with his right leg to begin with, and then he swivels and hits it Dean Windass. He's covered the angle there, Pollitt, and that's the reason why he saves it. He's looked at his body style, and then he can move to his left. Good save.
Cabba. Brown. Oh, he's got it back from Cabba, and it's going to come through to Peter Unlove. Fine save, but Cabba is there to follow up, and Sheffield United are on their way back after a run of 4 straight defeats in the league. Steve Cabba gives them a cushion.
Well, 3 players have played brilliant parts in this. First it's Brown, because he doesn't give this up. He stops Rotherham clearing this ball, even though he's pushing forward once again. He plays the 1-2, goes for it again with Kaba, and then he gets that lucky bounce. But Unlove, what about that for composure? He's aiming for that left-hand corner. The goalkeeper does brilliant, but he can only palm it to Steve Kaba, and it's 2-0.
And penalty, as Alan Lee is clipped by Page.
This is a pressure shot now.
Alan Lee has had a barren spell lately, but the barren spell is over.
Improvement in league form continued as United went to Cleethorpes for an away encounter with Grimsby.
Does the sensible thing. Brings Unlove into play. Through the middle it goes, stabbed into the net, and Sheffield United have scored. It seemed to stand still, did time, but Dean Windass didn't mind about that. He put out his boot, he flicked the ball into the net, and it's Dean Windass 1, Grimsby 0. Grimsby 0, Sheffield United 1, to put it the other way. But the man from North Ferriby across the Humber has scored the first goal of the night. It was so simple. It was Unlove who'd taken it from McCall, a little flick, the ball beyond Coyne, it's into the Grimsby net. First blood, Sheffield United. Kozluk's ball up there, he's found a way through, surely number 2, Kaba, it was a miss-hit, it doesn't matter, it's goal number 2 for Sheffield United, and the man who was getting goals for Grimsby in the early weeks of the season has now got one against them. And I think the referee is going to book him for his celebration, but the ball through there dissected the Grimsby defence, it was knocked back into Kaba's path, and this was just simplicity itself for Steve Kaba. And to be brutally frank, United look like scoring goals every time they have a set piece. And you're darting around the penalty area, it's flashed out. Here comes the shot back in, it's goal number 3, and it's a golden moment for Rob Kozluk. No wonder he's taken his shirt off, no wonder Paddy Kenny's helping to celebrate. It's the first goal that Rob Kozluk has ever scored in over 100 matches. He went from Derby to Huddersfield to Sheffield United without ever registering, and he has smashed in Sheffield United's 3rd of the night, and it's the first on his own CV. Here he is, 25 yards, bang, 3-0. Coyne can do nothing, it went through all the legs, there was a little back heel actually, but I'm sure Kozluk's going to claim it. He won't let anybody take that away from him. Here's a chance to come one back. Grimsby have got one back straight away. Here goes Pesky Solido. Up against his old mate Santos. It's Pesky Solido. Stays on his feet, so does Santos. He's railroaded out of it. Still gives a pass to Brown. Is there a 4th Sheffield United goal on the cards? Brown wants to do it all himself. Oh, that's the way to do it. That is the way to do it. He's been ripping goals into nets all season. And number 14 of Michael Brown's season has ripped the heart out of Grimsby Town tonight. They've contrived to miss some incredible chances, but ask Michael Brown to put the ball into the net, and this is how to do it. Right foot, left foot, smash. Nothing any goalkeeper on earth could do about that. It's the goal of the night from Michael Brown, and it's Grimsby Town 1, Sheffield United 4.
The Blades then met Yorkshire rivals Leeds for a second time, this time in the FA Cup. Could lightning strike twice?
Allison. One for Kaba to try and chase and catch out Hart, which he's done. Cross comes Radaby, and turning it over with Paul Robinson.
Hart wants a free kick. He might well have gotten one, but I think Kaba's gotten worried, Martin. That could have been offside, it wasn't. He doesn't deal with it well enough. I think the referee was right to let it go, and what a fine save that is.
Headed back by Kozluk, climbed by Viduka. Kaba and Allison both going in, and it hit Allison around the knee. On a lucky day, it might have rolled into the net. Allison cleared the way for Kaba. Teddy Lucic grabbing hold of Steve Cabba's shirt. Anyway, it's given Sheffield United a chance here in the tightest of games. Sense of optimism sweeping around Bramall Lane. Michael Brown, very much the Blades hero this season, takes it, but delivers it on the short side. Raul Bravo stooped to head away, but it's back with Brown again. Better second ball towards Murphy. Here's Michael Tonge. And Cabba! To go. Maybe very unlucky timing for Leeds United. Neil Warnock's Division 1 Cup specialists lead by 1-0.
Well, he made a mess of the first one. The free kick did Michael Brown, but what a really good ball he played in second time, Martin. They needed someone to win it. This one here's a great ball. Now watch Murphy climb at the back post. He keeps the pressure on. That's a really good header. And Danny Mills is so unlucky. He might have well left that, you know. The goalkeeper's probably picking it up. It's not a great strike from Michael Tonge, and Paul Robinson's going to make an easy save, but take nothing away from Steve Cabba.
And Tonge being
that's a free kick. That'll be he's lucky not to get a booking there, I think. Danny Mills.
Steve Bennett's got the ball back the right distance. All done deliberately so that Brown could step up.
What a save, son. Every right to get a little pat on the cheek there from Ian Hart. This is clever. What it's designed to do is unsettle the team defending, make them go sloppy, make them go slack. But fortunately for Leeds, the one main person that couldn't have done that was a goalkeeper. What a save, son.
Pulls the way of the red and whites.
Oh, play it, he's in now. Play it, he's in. Oh, he hasn't seen him.
Looking to go all the way. Cabba himself. Raul Bravo looking for the man.
That's a free kick. It's not over. It's not over. They think it is. They're down in the touchline. They're on the pitch. What is he given?
Well, he must.
Is it over?
Is he going to pick the ball up?
No, nobody knows.
It is. It's a semi-final for Sheffield United. Steve Bennett kept us in suspense. The match did for a long time. And then Steve Cabba, a Londoner in a Yorkshire derby, settled it. Leeds go the same way that they went in the Worthington Cup. Beaten at Bramall Lane. Listen to the South Yorkshire celebrations. Neil Warnock from Sheffield, a self-confessed Sheffield United fan. A dream job, a dream season. And the First Division, at the very least, will have equal representation with the Premiership in the last 4 of the FA Cup. Andy?
Well, I find it hard to argue with the result, Martin. Neil Warnock's side, I think, were the better. Over the whole 90 minutes, you have to feel Leeds didn't do enough. They had the one good chance with Harry Kewell, but apart from that second half, no real problems. He was the man, he was the threat. And I just can't argue with the result. And I think unless you're a die-hard Leeds fan, you would find up trouble arguing that over the piece that the team that deserved to win the match and go through to semi-finals has done.
The importance of that save from Kewell by Paddy Kenny. And then Steve Cabba settled it with 13 minutes to go. The celebrations will go on long here, I can tell you. Final score, Sheffield United 1, Leeds United 0.
Back in the league, Brown and Unlove were at their inimitable best as United cruised to 3 points and Warnock completed the double over Stan Turnham.
All can be such a dangerous customer in these positions, and that's a fine ball. Briscoe, good save, Paddy Kenny. What a chance for Briscoe though. Here's Montgomery to Cabba. Michael Brown, he'll try one and score. Another special from Michael Brown. Cabba chasing down Tonge's ball. He's in. Beresford was so quickly off his line. Now Windass. Beresford again. Good double save from Marlon Beresford. Cabba's making a real nuisance of himself. Looking there for Michael Brown. Now it's Tonge. Again, Cabba is close by. And now he's fouled by Glenn Little. That'll be a free kick in a pretty dangerous position. Well, you'd think this will be Michael Brown to strike this. 1 goal already, and it is Brown. Oh, he squeezed it in! The ball and the keeper end up in the back of the net. 2-0 to the Blades. Montgomery enjoying himself. That shot was straight at Beresford though. This is Briscoe. Gareth Taylor scores against his former club. Cabba's in behind the Burnley defence again here, away from Cox. Oh, chance for Unlove now. Yes, the substitute has done it, and we're back to 3-1. Montgomery. That's a decent crossfield ball to Peter Unlove. He's not been on the pitch long, and he's got 2 goals now. What a finish from Peter Unlove. Sheffield United 4-1 up, and what a fine game this is turning into. Cabba looking for Unlove. What a hat-trick this could be. Oh, he tried it to be so elaborate, and that was a fine save at the end of it. Beresford denying Allison. Tom's corner. Allison goes in, Beresford again. He's having a fine game. Little to Blake, who could get a consolation, and he has done. Good finish. 4-2.
We missed a lot of chances, didn't we? But we played some good stuff tonight. I think anybody would have had difficulty coping with this tonight. I thought we were really pushed it about well and created a lot of good, like I said, good chances, scored some good goals, and it was quite an exciting game. The bench wasn't looking bad tonight. Unlove came on and scored 2 good goals, and he's had a rest now, and I think he needed that rest, and 1 or 2 of the lads. So it's promising all right for the running. We've got a great spirit in the dressing room, and we've got some good players, and combine the two with the work rate that we do, and it's not easy to play against us, and I think we believe in ourselves now, and I think that it augurs well for the future. I think we're all playing for the playoffs now, and it's nice. I think now we're gradually getting a gap, and we want to keep that gap now, and as I've said to the lads, the sooner we get another 4 wins, and then we can start thinking about getting in the playoffs and taking that on board.
A 0-0 draw against Stoke City earned a point towards the playoffs, and then a home win against Brighton brought more cheer to the lane. Phil Jagielka was the creator, looking for Dean Windass, who neatly turned in the box to steer the ball across the face of the keeper for 1-0. Brighton striker Bobby Zamora had caused problems for United all night, and he turned provider for Richard Carpenter to square the game up. Next, Michael Brown on one of his trademark runs, only to be fouled by Danny Cullett, the Brighton captain. Cue a Michael Brown special to deceive the wall and Dave Besant. Next, probably one of the best bits of skill that the Bramall Lane faithful have seen all season. Owen Morrison in full flight, leaving the Brighton defenders for dead. A terrific run, deserved a goal, but Besant denied him. Next up, another home game and another home win against a Derby County side in turmoil.
Kenny's kick, not a good one, but he's got away with it. It got through to Tonge. Now Curtis. Referee Salisbury has given United this free kick and an early opportunity for a goal, and it's headed over the top of his own crossbar by Steve Elliott. And Morrison is on beyond Mills, who rather committed himself. Owen Morrison exciting the crowd here. Still Morrison, then leaves it. Picked up by Brown. And it's Tonge who's so nimble. It's Michael Tonge, he'll go for goal. What a cracker! That is an absolute cracker of a goal. And Sheffield United lead here with a stunning strike. Oh, and the ball allowed to run under his foot by Mills. And that's got Morrison racing forward dangerously. Here comes Windass for Sheffield United. It's Owen Morrison. He stumbled at the last second. Good ball, Windass to Kozluk. United will have plenty forward here, including Tonge, scorer of the only goal so far, and what a goal it was. And he goes again, Michael Tonge. Wonders where to play it. He plays it with Brown. We've seen this a few times this season. Brown ultimately leaves it for Jagielka though. Morrison switched to the right for a change. Oh, he's done brilliantly, Morrison. And Owen Morrison drives it in. Cabba can't get there. It was nearly number 2 for Sheffield United. Derby again all at sea. Lewis Hunt, one of many youngsters in this Derby side. He's away by one of the veterans in the Sheffield side. Murphy on the middle. It's Cabba, and he's taking the ball on here. Can he make it 2? Steve Cabba! 2-0. Sheffield United could well be home and dry. And Derby have been put to the sword here at Bramall Lane. But they do have long enough to get themselves out of this trouble. Oh, maybe not any longer. Grant's given it away. This is Windass, and that's off the upright. And it's been worked brilliantly for Jagielka to have a tilt down the left. 4 white shirts already back, however. Slip to Tonge. Morrison now to take them on. Tonge once again. Tonge, he's already got one spectacular goal today. Lines up the shot. A raking drive by Michael Brown, too high. And, he gave it to Murray. It's Tonge again. What a game he's had, Michael Tonge. The match performance from him. Now Pesky Solido. The cross is here. It must be 3, surely. Windass drove it straight at Grant as the keeper scuttled across his goal line.
Loads of chances again, but as always, we didn't make it easy for ourselves. But I was very pleased. I thought the back 4 goalie were very sensible and always in control. Great goal from Michael. He's been due one as well, and I was in line with it. It was in all ever, you know, as soon as it touched left his foot, it was in. The second one, it was you know, I thought the contribution was a lot better than the second half from those two. I think Windass and Cabba showed that if they play, we can play. You know, I don't think they did so well in the first half. I think that once the first goal went in, I thought we relaxed a little bit then, and we played some good stuff.
Next up, a thrilling encounter with Gillingham. Former Wednesday player Tommy Johnson at the heart of this move, but Mamadi Sidibe didn't have his shooting boots on. It was a game littered with chances. Michael Brown's wicked free kick almost found Windass. And still the Blades press. Tricky feet from Peter Unlove, enabling him to find Sean Murphy, who couldn't find the target. Then a mistake by John Curtis under pressure from Sidibe gave Kenny something to do. And Phil Jagielka fancied trying to repeat his goal against Leeds. Cabba's pace, once again a threat, outstripping the Gillingham defence, only to see Bartram's legs come to the rescue. Eventually the deadlock was broken. Tonge's corner, a scramble in the box, bundled home by Steve Cabba. Terrific skill from Michael Brown, almost brought United a second. But Gillingham were far from finished. Credit to them, Simon Osborne popping up after a lapse in the box to square the game up at 1-1. United try to put themselves back in front. Dean Windass hitting the woodwork here. But Gillingham continue to come back at the Blades. A good save by Paddy Kenny, followed up by Paul Shaw. End-to-end stuff now, and Steve Cabba almost found United's equaliser. Trailing 2-1, United continued to press. Michael Tonge's cross, neat turn in the box from Pesca Solido with an even better finish.
Great point, yes, I think got out of prison, didn't we? I thought, you know, they deserved to win really tonight, no good saying that. But, you know, good character again, you know, 2-1 down and we come back again fighting. It's a great spirit. I think, like I said to him, if we get a point out of a game playing like that tonight, then it's got to be a good plus for us. But it's enjoyable. You know, there's no good. I mean, it wasn't enjoyable tonight. It was frustrating tonight. But you know, I can't praise them enough. Really, they've been magnificent this season. 2 tough games at Crystal Palace and Wimbledon now. You know, in 10 days' time, and then we can think about the semi-final. But so far, it's been a good season, and you know, I think we've got a long way to go yet.
The sun was shining at Selhurst Park, but it wasn't shining on United early on as Dele Adebola fired Palace in front. But the Blades hit back, putting Palace under pressure. Rob Kozluk's cross, not dealt with, flicked on by Kaba, and as Alisson played the ball in, Tony Popovic could only find his own net. Noel Whelan then made it 2-1 to Crystal Palace. Until a goalmouth melee resulted in Steve Kaba managing to fire home against his former club and spark an interesting celebration. The second part of United's Selhurst doubleheader wasn't quite as memorable. In front of a sparse crowd, they ended up losing the game, although Owen Morrison almost gave Dean Windass the opportunity to give the Blades the lead. Cass, Windass and Pesca Solido all went close before Wimbledon found the breakthrough, Neil Shipley following up Paddy Kenny's save. Next a game to get the pulses racing, the FA Cup semi-final at Old Trafford against the Premiership leaders, Arsenal.
It was a major disappointment for me, that, you know. The referee, you know, is one of the best in the world, not just England, and his positioning for the first one, I can accept. He thought he wasn't a push, which is fair enough. What he failed to see was the kick, the follow-through that the lad did, which actually put him on the deck, which was an obvious foul. And then, as the ball broke free, he's a top referee, remember, and yet he's checked the wrong way that a referee should check, in the middle of the field. He should be way away from there. And Michael Tonge's going to intercept the ball and just flattens him completely, and they go on and score. You know, all right, it was another 6-7 passes. Vieira could have put the ball out of play with him being injured, like we have in the last few weeks. But just one of those things, you know. I mean, I got criticised, but what I didn't like was the way the referee smiled, laughed almost as he came off at half-time and at full-time. And I did speak to him after. You know, he didn't think it was a foul, and he thought Michael Tonge collided with it. You know, was the instigator, which, when you look at the video, that's absolutely ridiculous.
Michael Brown has pushed right forward in this attack for Sheffield. This is Tonge to Unlove. In comes Kaba, in comes Montgomery. They really are playing well. This is Kozluk. Now it's Tonge. And he's rolling this across to Curtis. That would have been a fine way for John Curtis to open his Sheffield United account. He's only on loan until the end of the season from Blackburn Rovers, but he middled this. Asaba. Michael Brown. Unlove's in the centre, being joined by Montgomery. Still Brown. Montgomery's coming in far side with the header. Well, Ashley Cole, I think it was, got it away. He might have to do it again here. That was a chance again. But hold on, Page. Montgomery's causing some difficulties on the right-hand side, and Cole is all on to try and hold him. Lundberg has come back to help. Sheffield United is still in the semi-final. Of that, there is no question. So Brown this time joins those in the middle. Jagielka having a conversation with Asaba. Page again, and a chance to hook it in, and it's not gone in. How did it stay out? Asaba can't believe it. He can't believe it.
Seaman is the man here.
Asaba's volley, and then Pesca Solido, and Seaman, what a magnificent save! Breathtaking! Pesca Solido thought he'd equalised. 39 years old in his 1000th game, he keeps Arsenal ahead in the semi-final. Pesca Solido holds his head.
Still great though, you got someone like Stuart McCall marking Vieira at his
Yes.
age.
It's fantastic for him, you know. I remember jokingly early in the season when I said to him, look, I want us to win every game and, you know, play Arsenal. I said in the final. And he said, I can just see me picking Vieira. He says, that will finish my career. And then he said on the day when I told him, you know, marking, like, he said, well, the one thing he won't be ready for me is running through his legs with the ball.
Did Arsene Wenger say much to you after the game?
It was very gracious, yeah. I remember going up behind him at half-time and actually stumbled or touched him, like, and he thought I was whacking him, I think. He turned around, don't touch me or something, but it wasn't like it was an accident.
We all thought you were whacking him as well.
But you know, he realised he'd been in a very hard game and he'd come through it.
Just 2 days after the Arsenal semi-final, a dress rehearsal for the First Division playoff semi-finals against Nottingham Forest. Tonge's corner, Jagielka's header off the bar. No sign of tired legs either, as Peter Onlove danced his way forward and went narrowly wide. Onlove was again involved in the build-up to the goal that the crowd craved. A flick pass finding Carl Asaba, who made no mistake. Following a disappointing defeat at Preston, the Blades faced Leicester and produced another edition of the Late Late Show.
Benjamin, and he held off Peter Onlove there, and there's been a lot of talk about raised arms in the game at the moment. This is Stewart pulling it back across, looking for Dickoff. Benjamin clips it in, and Dean scores! Saba's managed to keep that one in, and he's found Tonge. He's got to get past Elliott and has. Pull back, Asaba! It's in! Somehow he squeezes it in past Ian Walker, and Asaba, restored to the first team, vindicates Neil Warnock's decision.
Well, controversy once again, because Andrew Impey is furious with the assistant referee, because he believed this ball had gone out for a throw-in. Decided to play on. As he comes down here, you see Carl Asaba. I don't think that's gone out, but look at Andrew Impey. Pat defending from him. He should play the whistle, make sure he gets back into position. Great footwork from Michael Tonge. Picks out Asaba, goes past the Leicester defenders like they're not there. And the finish is sublime. He's good power in it. It's at the near post, but Ian Walker, the Leicester keeper, has got no chance. Just the power of the shot. Looks like it goes through his legs into the back of the net. Just the response Sheffield United and Neil Warnock wanted. His side are back in this game.
Tonge looks to retrieve it and does against Elliott. Now Brown inside Impey. Asaba forward in support. Brown! Dickoff. Benjamin. It's broken to Scowcroft. And he's hit the post. Jagielka's free kick. It's Windass. Asaba. And oh, what a stunning effort! Would have been a glorious goal had that come off. Onlove. Murphy was up there, it's away by Elliott. Kozluk. Murphy back. Brown! And Walker just seemed to be going the wrong way and had to change his direction at the last moment.
That's a fantastic save, because that's come through a crowd of players there. Good build-up play. Murphy has a lot to do with this, because as the ball comes in from Kozluk, he just feeds it back towards Michael Brown. You can see Ian Walker's going to his right, then had to adjust his position back. Goes through two Leicester defenders, at Impey being one of them, ends up a fantastic save from Walker.
Onlove. Michael Brown. Is he going to line up especially? He is! It's just wide. In fact, he got a touch on the way through. Corner.
Good strike from Brown, wasn't it? 30 yards out here. I think it's Onlove that just slides the ball to him. No real pressure on him from the Leicester defenders. Just comes off Jordan Stewart, thinking.
Murphy! And Asaba turns it in! Would you believe it? Possibly the last second of the game. A Carl Asaba double has put Sheffield United so close to a playoff place.
Do you think he enjoyed that, Neil Warnock? Oh, what? Absolutely first class. And it all came from the pressure that's been on this Leicester defence all second half. Ball to the far post. They don't deal with it. Short corner once again. Lovely turn from Unlove, put to the far post. Sean Murphy with the header. Carl Asaba just comes in and gets the slightest touch and really couldn't miss from 6 inches out. And it's all 3 points to Sheffield United.
Next, another injury time comeback with Paul Pescasolido, the hero against Wolves.
Well, from the kick-off, Pescasolido's away here, and he wasn't far away with that effort either. Naylor's kept it in, I think. Lescott's clearance blocked, and Paul Pescasolido with the chance, and the goal! Inside 2 minutes, fine finish from Paul Pescasolido. What a start to the game! Sturridge showing his pace, and he's found his striking partner Georgian Dar, who threads it through the legs of Paddy Kenny to make it 1-1. This is Dean Sturridge, and now it's 2-1 to the visitors. Fine finish from Dean Sturridge. Cabba and Pescasolido getting each other's way, could be a penalty, and is. Joleon Lescott the culprit. Cabba goes down. Lescott doesn't like it, but he can't have too many complaints. An opportunity for Michael Brown to level it up in front of the Kop. Brown against Matt Murray. Easy, 2-2. This could be a free kick here to Wolves. Colin Cameron will leave it to Alex Ray, who takes it quickly, then Cameron goes down. Clipped by Page, was he? Well, there didn't seem to be a lot of contact, but the referee has given a penalty. Dean Sturridge against Paddy Kenny. He stutters, he scores. It's 3-2. 2 penalties in just 6 minutes. Rankin's header, Murray tipping it round the post, and that was close. Really has been a highly open, highly entertaining game. Rankin looking for Pescasolido! What a goal! What a way to level it up at 3-3!
The Blades gave a terrific performance in their final home game of the regular season against Bradford.
Kenny makes the save. So often he's done that this season. Good running from Tonge to Brown. Tonge's cross in, Asaba! Good skills from Peter Unlove. And again Unlove. Unlove to Windass. Oh, well threaded through. Carl Asaba's away. Around Aidan Davidson and off the goal line. Here's Michael Brown from Asaba's pass. Good save, Davidson. Still 0-0. Unlove. Just over. Windass's effort off the bar. It will not go in at the moment. Well, that is going to be a free kick, whatever David Weatherall says. A lot of finger pointing going on. Laid short for Michael Brown. Shooting chance, possibly! Screamer from Michael Brown! The deadlock broken. The Blades could be away for another one here. Peter Unlove is really starting to enjoy the wide open spaces of Bramall Lane. To Michael Tonge. Windass wide. Unlove! And it's 2 at the second attempt. Unlove started it and finished it. Tonge. This is where he's so dangerous, Michael Tonge. Now, was there a bit of a push in there? There was on Paul Pescasolido, and that will be a penalty. Gus Uhlenbeek, the former Blade, argues with the referee, but it is going to be Michael Brown to seal the points for Sheffield United. Easy as you like.
A final day defeat at Watford was academic. The Blades had reached the playoffs, and in finishing in third, they would now play 6th place Nottingham Forest. In the other playoff semi-final, it was Reading against Wolves. Portsmouth confirmed as champions, Leicester promoted with them, and across the city, Sheffield Wednesday relegated to the second division. The playoffs arrived. A tense game was in store at the City Ground for the first part of a two-legged match against promotion-seeking Nottingham Forest.
Shimaker takes this one, and Harewood! And it bounced off the bar from Marlon Harewood. Curtis in towards Windass. Oh, and a missed kick from Louis John, and Asaba was unable to benefit, and Louis John will be mightily relieved because he dropped a huge clanger then.
Well, Carl Asaba dropped the even bigger
Asaba's had a go anyway, and it's been pushed over for a corner. Forest hoping to profit from this corner. It's taken by Shimaker. Dawson charging in. Over and out. Andy Reid. It's inviting. And Johnson flung himself through the air, but straight at Kenny. Come back to him. And then he presented it straight to Andy Reid. And David Johnson is away. A goal is beckoning. And he really misses. David Johnson strikes as Forest open the scoring. Dean Windass looking for a quick response for Sheffield United. Claimed handball off Des Walker, who didn't know much about it. Walker then foiling Michael Tonge. Here is Michael Brown though. Oh, Brown goes down, penalty! Louis John's challenge and a spot kick as this playoff comes alive big time.
No doubt about it, you can't hang your leg. Look at Louis John, they're so upset with the referee Clattenburg, but you can't fish for the ball in here that you're not going to get. Look at that, it's a stonewall penalty. You will not see a better illustration of how a penalty is given away.
Everyone holds their breath at the City Ground. Michael Brown, 5 penalties out of 5 this season. Make that 6 out of 6. It's Brown who responds for the Blades. It's 1-1.
Well, the thing you want as a penalty taker is for the goalkeeper to set off before you even get to the ball. Just watch Darren Ward, he's on his way to the right-hand side, and the ball's played into that left-hand side. Look at the Forest players, still complaining about the decision. If they could see what we saw, it's a stonewall penalty. Here we go, just takes it, there we go, into that far corner. Not a problem.
So after a tight, tense game at the City Ground, the players arrived at Bramall Lane knowing they were just 90 minutes away from a trip to Cardiff's Millennium Stadium and a season already packed full of great goals and great games.
Best goal, there were some beauties, but Michael Brown's against Wednesday, or a beauty that on volley 25 yards out, that was the right goal with that.
It's been great to see us beat Leeds twice, Sunderland, Palace in Cups. League form's been superb. Oh, I don't know, everything about the season's been absolutely fantastic.
Beating Sheffield Wednesday. That's a cert, that.
So that's what the fans think, but what about the players? What are their best memories of the season?
I think it was the Leeds match. Jaggy's goal. Jaggy's goal will, you know, I'll probably never see a better goal. But that had been coming. It wasn't a flash in the pan. It wasn't something that, oh Jesus, he'll never do that again. That's Jaggy playing to Jaggy's level, and it's been nice watching the players, the young lads, actually coming on and performing how they can perform and how they will go on to perform at a higher level. Tonge's been fantastic. Started the season, you know, his match here against Millwall, he dissected them on his own. He beat Millwall. We've had Paddy Kenny just week in, week out, being immense. And just everyone else putting in great performances. You've had Brownie scoring wonder goals every other kick. You know, the ball falls to Brownie in our own half and I expect him to score. When he's not scoring, I'm thinking we're missing chances. So it's been one of those seasons. It's been fabulous to be a part of. I've loved watching, you know, even when I've been injured, it's terrible being injured, but you come in here because you want to see what your mates are going to do next. There's been no animosity in the camp. Players who haven't been in the team aren't throwing wobblies and causing mayhem. Everyone's pulling for the 11 on the pitch, and more often than not, it's been the subs who have come on and changed the game. You know, whether it's myself, whether it's Pesh, whether it's Chief, whoever's been sub has weighed in as well. So it shows it's just one great camp where everyone's pulling for one another, and we understand it's not about how Carl Asaba does. If Carl Asaba's name's in the paper, it's about Sheffield winning and moving up a place and gaining points and gaining respect, because this club's been in the shadow of Wednesday for too long, and it doesn't need to be that way. We've got great supporters, we've got great people working on the board and behind the scenes trying to push the club forward, and this year on the pitch the lads have done everyone proud.
Last season, you know, I played a bit part, you know, I had just a few games into the season, but so I finished, you know, 11th, 12th, whatever it was last season. You know, we were just, you know, never looking to get in the playoffs. We had a bad start. We were close to the relegation. So I've come back with, you know, that's a similar squad with obviously a few young lads coming through like me, Monty and Tonge, and bringing in Cabba and, you know, Paddy Kenny. Obviously, he's been a great buy, but bringing the older lads in as well, like Stuart McCall and Wayne Allison, who a few people questioned him, but it's proved them wrong, hasn't he? That they've come in and done a fantastic job, and. Don't know how it's worked, but he's managed to gel a squad together and it's come off pretty well.
We've been very lucky with that, and I think the gaffer will admit that. The players have been good, but the attitude of the players coming in and the character of them have fitted in really well, and I think there's not been one player who you say, flipping heck, why has he brought him in or whatever, and every player that's come in has done a job and played his part, and I think we've got a big thank you to them players who've helped chip in, and it's definitely contributed to what we've done this season.
We have got stronger each year, and I felt in particular it was the best team I'd ever managed, and I told them that. And I think the players gradually, as the season went on, began to believe me. And we had some very, very good results when we needed them, you know, great results. I'm thinking of the Portsmouth away performance in the league and Norwich away, and people didn't believe that we could come back like we have. And then we made a habit of it, really. We had some, I think, 15 late goals, and you know, never ever will we forget the cup runs. The cup runs have been so exciting and such calibre finishing goals, and by everybody, you know, Phil Jagielka's and unloves against Leeds, and then you know, Michael Brown's special Sheffield Wednesday goal. There's so many hoops, but it really, the best game of my whole life was the Forest game. I can't ever remember, never will be involved in another game as exciting as that, and anybody that came to that match will remember that for a long, long time.
So the second legs of the playoffs conclude in the City of Steel, and you need a bit of steel on a night like this. The players of Sheffield United and Nottingham Forest are full of hope, but fear is never far away, because the winner takes it all at Bramall Lane. Michael Tonge has made room for himself. Oh, and it's been turned behind by Dean Windass.
Oh, the only reason he misses is because Darren Ward gets a touch on it.
Brown. And Brown, oh! It was within a whisker that. Very, very close. Huckabee trying to power through. Oh, and a mistake has presented it to David Johnson. And Forest strike first in the second leg. Johnson rises to the occasion, and this is a huge occasion. Windass, Asaba! Oh, they nearly did bite back.
Oh, terrific technique. Just coming over the shoulder, and he rolls onto this. Just flicked up from Windass.
Here's Huckabee now. And Louis John, Sheffield United a little stretched as Forest go looking for a second. And Andy Reid's coming in, and they have a second.
Watch the delivery of this ball, and then coming in, that fella we know has got that superb left foot, and he guides this ball because he watches it all the way, and then drives it in the goal.
Well, Sheffield United were a team in a hurry, and they've got a free kick here right on the edge of the area, and Des Walker was the man who proved to be the offender. The wall is finally sorted. Sheffield United desperately need something to come of this. Brown is protesting that the wall is creeping out. Michael Brown, it's deflected, it's in! And they have one back straight away, and trust Michael Brown to be the man who gives them hope, albeit with a little help on the way.
Well, within seconds of Forest going 2-0 up this side has shown once again its character. I think Andy Reid's the unfortunate player. He goes towards the ball. It's not. It's Des Walker just in front of Andy Reid. They both go for the ball. It just hits the inside of Des Walker's body and passes Darren Ward into the back of the net. Look at the celebrations. We're back in it.
And the Forest fans who were so comfortable a couple of minutes ago are suddenly not very comfortable at all. Sheffield United have given their supporters so many memorable days and nights this season. I wonder if they have another one up their sleeves yet. 2-0 down, but giving it their all now. It's Steve Cabba. Oh! That is brilliant! That is breathtaking! That is 2-2. Steve Cabba, what a comeback in a pulsating playoff.
And that is slow motion, because he seemed to take an eternity inside that box. It was as if the Forest players just stood still and watched him and appreciated. It's a long kick from Paddy Kenny. It goes over the top of Thompson. Now watch Des Walker. He just stands and he watches and he waits for him to put the strike in before he can do anything. And Cabot catches it superb, and it's past Darren Ward. What a finish. Look at this. If you're Darren Ward, you don't see it till it's past you.
Here's Shimika. Oh, he's picked out David Johnson here. Big chance, big moment, and what a saving tackle from Jagielka.
That's the tackle of the season.
David Johnson with one of those long throws, but Paddy Kenny comes to claim it before Shimika can get close to it. Huge kick as well towards Pesky Solido. Pesky Solido, he's finding a way through, doing what he does best. Paul Pesky Solido! Sheffield United's extraordinary season takes an extraordinary twist. They were 2-0 down, now they're 3-2 up. Forest thought they were going to Cardiff, now Sheffield United think they are.
This is something else. Look at Kenny's long kick. Is there a threat while this is in the air? Not at the moment, there isn't. Louis John's there, Thompson's there. Look how close this ball is to his feet. Inside, outside, turn away from you, through the legs. Louis John sticks out a leg. Ward's got everywhere covered except that near post. And this magic little fella does the trick. Look how close that ball is to his feet until he gets rid of it, and it sails in the back of the net.
Neil Warnock and Kevin Blackwell and Dean Windass and everybody else hug each other in delight. It has been a tantalising turnaround, this. Sheffield United appeared to be heading towards playoff oblivion at 2-0 down, but now they are 3-2 up and they are 7 minutes or so away from Cardiff. Allison. Here's Kaba. The substitutes have certainly done their bit and Kaba's not giving it up yet. Oh, it's an own goal from Des Walker of all people, and it means that Sheffield United are on their way to Cardiff.
You do feel for Des Walker. Kaba does well. The thing about Des Walker on this one, he doesn't know whether he should leave it, he should head it. What does he do? Look at Kaba's pace, takes him down the right-hand side. Look at his position. Shall I head it? I'll have to head it. My goalkeeper's not going to come for it. It's away from him. And then he makes that contact, and that's agonising.
Here's Darren Huckabee, though. Maybe Forest have got something to say yet. Oh, it's another goal. Own goal, maybe. It's 4-3. This is just quite incredible. Quite amazing. It is Darren Huckabee. And it's away by Wayne Allison, and Sheffield United are through to the First Division playoff final. Neil Warnock and his Blades have got some rewards for their excellent efforts this season. What a captivating contest this was.
Never write us off, that's all I say. But I'll tell you what, we've got some guts, haven't we? Hey, fantastic. I'm so proud of him, it's unbelievable.
He wants to go and join his players. What an extraordinary game, one of the best ever in the history of the playoffs.
Look at some of those players, they've worked so hard all season, and now it's party time, and then tomorrow it's back down to business. Cardiff to come.
We stuck in there as we do every match. We played for 90 minutes and 120 minutes today. We just kept going, we knew the goals would come.
Paul, have you ever scored a more important goal? I've had some good ones this season, but that one by far the best. Trip to Cardiff now, but I just wish we wouldn't leave it till the end all the time. Great though, fantastic for everybody at the club and the fans, and we're going to Cardiff.
Was it just a shame to finish it in the most important of all with one of the poorer performances?
Yeah, it was. I don't think it was. I think the goals hit us hard, and players who have been rocks for us probably had an off day. But you know, it's not just a one game. You know, over the season they've done brilliant. So it's not to criticise just for one game. It's a pity it was the main one at Cardiff, but I still can't criticise them. You know, like I say, they've given everything for 60-odd games, which is a lot of games, and. You know, we've had some great. It's been a roller coaster, and we've had some great ups and a few downs, and obviously Cardiff was one of those.
After the disappointment of Cardiff, the Blades were given just the lift they needed. The supporters lined the streets of Sheffield to greet their heroes and to show their appreciation to a team that has produced one of the most memorable seasons in the club's history.
It's going to be a long summer. It's no good saying it isn't, but. Once I've had a week or two away, I'll probably have a week without the telephone on at all. And no, you've got to use that. You've got to use that. And that's not mine. That's the editor.
That's it.
So you know.
I don't believe it. Yeah, you have a good break anyway.
Yeah, I think you obviously you need that, don't you? You need to switch off and do a bit of fishing and what have you. Sit on my tractor.